Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Aliffia Marsha from Universitas Gadjah, Mada. In this special occasion, I would like to tell you about the story of Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat collection of Sonobudoyo Library in Yogyakarta. First, illustration is a special term in manuscript science or codicology to describe the collection that supports the text of several Japanese manuscripts that have survived and have been studied. Manuscripts from the mid-17th century to the mid-20th century have illustrations in them, which are represented in both human and animal forms. One of the illustrated manuscripts is the Naskah Keris II collection of Sonobudoyo Library in Yogyakarta. Unfortunately, this manuscript has not been catalogued so that its contents are not known certainly. While this manuscript contains an interesting story about Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat. Next, the data used in this study are illustrations and text of the story about Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat, the source of Sonobudoyo Library in Jakarta, and the supporting data used in the study are text edition of Naskah Keris II collection of Sonobudoyo Library in Jakarta. The data was collected by observing in Sonobudoyo Library in Yogyakarta and documenting in the illustrations in Naskah Keris II. The data in the form of text used in the study were translated using the word-for-word, literal, and free translation method. After knowing the content of the text through editing and translating activities, an analysis of the illustrations contained in the manuscript was carried out through the analytical descriptive method. Analytical descriptive method is a method to describe or provide an overview of the object under study through data or samples that have been collected as they are without analyzing and making conclusions that apply to the public. Now, let's start sekali in Jakarta. The order of the volumes of the manuscript is based on the existence of two other series of Naskah Keris II, namely Naskah Keris Tunggal and Naskah Keris II. These three manuscripts have never been catalogued, so there is no specific collection number. There is no written year of the manuscript as well, but on the front cover of opaque paper is written number 1935, which researcher assumes as the year of writing the manuscript. The effect of the absence of a cataloging process is the number of pages that have not been identified. However, from the results of the researcher manual calculation, there are a total of 76 pages with 26 illustrated pages, 5 pictures fill 2 pages, 11 pages are written, and the rest are blank pages. Naskah Keris II is presented in English language. Now, I would like to tell you about content summary of Naskah Keris II. First, the offering or sesajen for Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat. Second, offerings or sesajen to make keris pusaka. And third, types of pusaka dalam or pusaka azimat and keris pusaka in Kepatihan Yogyakarta. And then storage for pusaka dalam Kepatihan Yogyakarta. And then manufacturing equipment of making keris pusaka Kepatihan Yogyakarta, both from the clothes used by empu as well as the tools used to make keris. And then the last one is the story about Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat. In this study, all information about Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat will not be explained. What will be explained here is a story about Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat based on the results of text edition and translations made by researchers, as well as illustrations of its transformation into Kangjeng Raden Adipati Danureja, a snakehead fish and a dragon. The summary of the story along with an illustration about Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat is as follows. Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat is keris ageman borrowed by Kangjeng Raden Adipati Danureja, Patih Kepatihan Yogyakarta. The origin of the discovery was first on Mount Grenggeng, Banyumas Residency. At first, every Friday or Tuesday Kliwon, the resting box of Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat in the Sentong Tengah Dalam Ageng rattled a sign that he had gone to Mount Grenggeng to become a snakehead fish. Then, when he returns to the Kepatihan Yogyakarta, his resting box will read Mak Gudeg and looks like Kangjeng Raden Adipati Danureja. When Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat wants to go for a walk, but did not return to Mount Grenggeng, he often plays against the brick fence of Kepatihan, turning into a tailless snake. Interesting, isn't it? Unfortunately, we have finally reached the end of the discussion. So, from the results of the analysis, it was found that illustration in the Naskah Keris II provide an overview of the things described in the text of Naskah Keris II. The existence of illustrations makes it easier for the readers to understand the text, which only serve as a caption of the illustrations, not providing a detailed explanation. The story about Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat is presented in the form of text supported by illustrations and contains the incarnation of Keris Kangjeng Kyai Purbaniyat into Kangjeng Raden Adipati Danureja in Kepatihan, snakehead fish on Mount Grenggeng, and a tailless snake on the brick fence of Kepatihan Yogyakarta. And that's all from me. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye.